Okay, you guys, to make this super cute sunburst sunflower headscarf, all you're going to need are 4 colors. You're going to need a dark brown and either 4-weight or 5-weight yarn. I'm using Craft Smart and Karen Pound. A light brown, some gold for the petals, and any base color you'd like. I'm also going to be using a size 6.5 millimeter hook. Y'all know how I do. I definitely suggest, let me see, having a tapestry needle on hand. It'll just make weaving everything in much faster. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. I already have one side down. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to start with the dark brown, and we're going to start by making a magic ring. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 6 double crochet inside this magic ring. That chain 1 does not count, so this will be double crochet number 1, and we want a total of 6. Once you have 6, you're going to pull that tail until the magic ring closes. And actually, we're going to insert our hook in between those last 2 stitches before closing up the last double crochet. And we're going to do this because we're going to bring in the light brown. We're going to pull that light brown through, chain 2. We're going to flip our work, and we're going to make clusters in each of the stitches. Okay, so to make a cluster, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook in that same double crochet. We have 3 stitches on our hook. We're going to yarn over, insert in that same hole, pull the working yarn up, yarn over one more time, insert, pull the working yarn up, and once you have 7, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 7. Chain 1. Okay, we're going to repeat this. Make sure you chain 1 after each cluster. We're going to yarn over, insert on the top of the second double crochet stitch, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, insert in that same hole, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, insert, pull the working yarn up, and once you have 7, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. Chain 1, and you're going to do this until you have 6 clusters. So you see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you finish that 6th cluster, you're going to make a double crochet in that same space as the last cluster. And before closing up that double crochet, we're going to bring in our gold color for our petal. Chain 2, and we're going to flip our work. This will be a good time to cut off the ends so you don't get all mixed up. Okay, so now working in that double crochet space, we're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert in that same space, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and once you have 4 on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 stitches. Chain 1, And we're going to repeat this in the middle of each cluster. So I'm going to yarn over. Don't forget to chain one after each petal. Insert in between the next two clusters, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, insert, pull up, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, insert, pull up, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through all four, chain one. Again, yarn over, insert in between the next two clusters, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, insert, pull working yarn up, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, insert, pull up, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through all four, chain one. Okay, so once you've completed 3, now we're going to do 2 petals in this center in between these 3 and these 3 clusters. We're going to do 2 petals with a chain 1 in between. So again, we're going to do a petal. I'm going to go a little fast on this since I've already showed you guys how to do it. Chain 1. And we're going to make a second petal and that's in between that same cluster. Chain 1, and we'll continue on until we've completed 1, 2, 3. So we should have a total of 8 petals. Before pulling through all 4 loops for that last petal, we're going to bring in our base color. Chain 2, and I like to tie, let's cut off the tail of the petal, and I like to tie the end, the tail end of the petal, just for added security. Okay, you're going to turn your work, and now we're going to do 3 double crochet. We're going to be working in between each petal just like we did the cluster. Okay, but I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the top of the same stitch. I'm actually going to do 2 for a total of 3 with that chain 2. Chain 1. Now I'm going to work 3 double crochet in between the next 2 petals. Chain 1, make sure to chain 1 in between each stitch. And I'm going to continue this pattern in between each stitch, each petal until I reach the top. Chain 1, and now once I reach the 2 petals with the chain 1 in between, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put 2 double crochet instead of 3. I'm going to put 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in that same space between the 2 petals. Chain 1, and I'll show you. So you see for the first row we have that 2. Oh, I did do 2. I did 3 here. That's okay. It doesn't really make a difference. So I have my sets of 3. Then that first set right here where we just finished, I did 2 sets of double crochet with a chain 1 in between. And we're going to continue the row with 3 sets of double crochet. Okay, we're going to chain 2. Once you finish that last set, flip our work, And now we're going to work in between that the first 2 double crochets, and we're going to double crochet. Okay, chain 1. Now you're going to make 3 double crochet in between the next set of 3 double crochet. Chain 1. We're going to continue this until we've made it to the top. When you reach the top, you're going to do the same thing we did in row 2. You're going to make 2 double crochet in between the sets. Chain 1, 2 more double crochet in between those sets. Chain 1, and your work should look like this so far. And we're going to finish up by doing the double crochet sets until we've reached the end. And for that very end, the very last set, we're just going to do 2 in between those 2 double crochet. Two double crochet. Okay. Cut off a good tail. Okay, you're going to need 2 of the same pieces, okay? These are for the sides. Now we're going to do the middle piece. So again, we're going to start with the middle, and we're going to start by making a slip knot. Insert your hook, and I lied. We're going to make a magic ring. I used to do a slip knot, not anymore, so I got a little sidetracked. Anyways, chain 1, and you're going to make 12 double crochet in the center hole in here. This chain 2 does not count as 1, so double crochet number 1, double crochet number 2, and you want a total of 12. You're going to close that tail to close the center, and you're going to double crochet on the top of that first double crochet. Excuse me, I'm sorry guys, you're going to slip stitch on the top of that first double crochet. Chain 1, clip. Now we're going to bring in our light brown for the clusters. We're going to insert on the top of that first double crochet where we last started. Chain 1. I always like to tie the tail in the working yarn for extra security. Chain 1. You're going to yarn over, insert in that same hole, that first double crochet hole. Bring the working yarn up, yarn over, insert again in that same hole, bring the working yarn up, yarn over again, insert in the same hole, bring that working yarn up. Once you have 7 on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 7. Chain 1. We completed our first cluster. Make sure you chain 1 in between each cluster. So now you're going to repeat that step until you have 12 clusters in the round. Okay, so now we're working the top of the next double crochet. Insert, bring the working yarn up. We have 3 stitches on our hook. Yarn over again, insert, bring the working yarn up, yarn over again, insert, bring the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through all 7. Chain 1. I'll see you guys once you have 12 clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're going to slip stitch on the top of those 2 stitches where the first cluster is. Clip. Okay, now we're done with the light brown. We're going to bring in our gold for the petals. We're going to make a slip knot, and now we're working in between each cluster. So going through that middle, bring the yellow through, chain 1. We're going to tie, chain 2. We're going to yarn over, insert, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 4. Chain 1, and make sure to chain 1 in between each petal, okay? Now we're working between the next 2 clusters. We're going to repeat this same, losing my train of thought. We're going to repeat this like let's repeat. Yarn over, insert, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 4. Chain 1, and we're going to continue that until we have 12 petals. So we have 1, 2, we're going to continue until we have 12. After you complete your 12th petal, you're going to slip stitch on the top of the first petal to close it. Chain 1 and clip a tail. Almost in the home stretch. Now we're going to take our base color, make a slip knot, and we're going to work in between each petal. So I'm going to start in between the first 2, bring the slip knot through, chain 1, chain 2, and we're going to make 2 double crochet in that same space. 1, 2, chain 1. I'm going to make 3 double crochet in that same space. We're working our first corner. I like to always start with the corners. Chain 1. So now we have 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. Now in between the next 2 petals, we're going to make 3 double crochet in the same space. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. We're going to make 3 double crochet in between the next 2 petals. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. Now we're going to make the next corner, which will consist in between the next 2 petals, which will consist of 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 more double crochet in that same space, 2, 3, chain 1, and now we worked our first side. So we're going to continue this in between the next petal and the next petal. We're going to make 2 sets of 3 double crochet with a chain 1 in the middle. Then we'll work our corner. Then we'll do our next. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sets of 3 double crochet with a chain 1 in the middle for each side. And you should have 4 corners. Right here we have 1, 2, we'll have 3 and then 4, and they should consist of 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the same space. So I'll meet you guys at the end. We're going to slip stitch where we started with that first double crochet, slip stitch in the second double crochet, slip stitch in that chain one space, chain one, and now we're working our second row. We're in between the set of 3 double crochet, we're going to make 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 1. We're going to make 3 more double crochet in that center hole. Chain 1. And now for the sides, we're going to do 2 double crochet instead of 3, just for the sides. The corners will still consist of 2 sets of 3 double crochet with a chain 1 in the middle, okay? Chain 1, so I have my 2 here. I'll make 2 in the next space, chain 1, 2 in the next space, chain 1. Now I'm working my second corner, which is going to consist of 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1. Okay, so just for the second row, this will be our last row. Only the sides will consist of 2 double crochet. All the corners for row 1 and row 2 will consist of 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. Remember, you want to have 4 corners, and then your sides should match up, and I'll meet you guys at the end. Slip stitch on the first double crochet, slip stitch in the second double crochet, slip stitch in that chain 1 space. Okay, I'll clip a long tail, chain 1, pull through. So this is what your pieces should look like now. You can use stitch markers for this part if you need to, but now this is how we kind of want to set it up. So the tip of each will all be together, okay? And you're gonna sew this side and this side together, so it's like a almost like a V. Now I highly suggest using a tapestry needle. You can use your crochet hook, it just takes longer. So I'm gonna start with the corner, so corner to corner, right? And let me see. And now we're basically just going to repeat round 1. So we'll make 3 double crochet in between the next sets of 2 double crochet where that chain 1 space is. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet in between the next 2 double crochet clusters. 3 double crochet, excuse me, chain 1, and everywhere you see a corner is where you're going to do your 2 sets of 3 double crochet with chain 1, okay? Chain 1, so now we completed our sides, and now we're going to do our second corner in between this corner. And you're going to copy row 1 until you made it back where we started, right here. Now we'll slip stitch in the first double crochet where we started, the second double crochet, and that chain 1 space. Chain 1, clip. And here we have it. So now we're going to set up, you should have 3 pieces now. So pick your corner, doesn't matter, for the top. And then you can use stitch markers if you need to. I'm not going to. And then I highly suggest, so you want it in like this V, in this V pattern. I highly suggest using a stitch marker. Oh, my gosh, I can't speak. I highly suggest using a tapestry needle. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can do it the old-fashioned way, but it just helps a lot and it moves things faster. So you're going to start with one side. Okay. And you're going to insert in the chain 1 space. Let me bring this closer. Okay. Make sure the corners match up. Okay. And it's not going to be as even because they're both this piece and this piece is slightly different, because for this corner we did 2 sets of double crochet instead of this one, which we did 3, but that's okay. We're gonna work around it, okay? If you're OCD, make all the corners 2 double crochet, okay, instead of the 3 sets. I don't care. What I mean by that is 2 sets of double crochet, chain 1, 2 sets. You can do that for all the corners if you want. Doesn't matter, it will come out the same. So we're just gonna put it in the top of the first loops, okay? And this is how we're going to weave the sides together. And you're going to do that until you reach the end where these 2 points meet, okay? There we go. Now you're going to repeat the same thing for this side. So this is what we're working with. Now we're going to take the base color, make a slip knot. This is what it should be looking like. And we're going to flip our work and we're going to start on one side. I suggest the left side, okay? And you're going to insert your hook on the top of that double crochet, pull the working yarn through, chain 1, chain 1, or chain 2, excuse me, and you're going to make a double crochet in between those first 2 sets. Okay, chain 1, you're going to make 3 double crochet in between the next 2 sets of double crochet. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, repeat this where all the chain 1 stitches are. chain 1, and you're going to repeat this all the way until you end up back here. Now for the tip, you're going to continue like it's a corner, okay? So once you reach the tip, you're going to do 3 sets of double crochet, chain 1, 3 sets, all in this chain 1 space, okay? All other spaces will include 3 sets, or a set of 3 double crochet. Okay, and I'll meet you guys at the end. Once you made it back, you're going to do 1 double crochet in between the last sets, and then a double crochet in that chain 1, or the top of that first double crochet. Then it'll match this side. Chain 2, flip your work. You're going to do the same thing. In between these 2 double crochet, you're going to make a double crochet. Chain 1, 3 double crochet in between the next set where that chain 1 space is. Chain 1, and you're going to complete this round like you did round 2, working 3 double crochet sets in each chain 1 space. Don't forget, when you get to the top, you're going to do 2 sets of 3 double crochet with a chain 1 space in the middle for the middle part, because this is a corner, and for all corners we keep the same patterns. And then you go all the way down, and I'll meet you guys once we come back to this end, okay? And then you're just going to do 1 double crochet at the, you know what, let's do 2 double crochet to end the piece. Chain 1, you're going to cut off a small tail. Woo! So this is what it's looking like. It's approximately 18 inches long, 9 inches down. Okay, now all we have left to do is our strap so that we can tie it to our head. So we're going to take our working yarn, make a slip knot, and then we're going to make a chain of 35. Once you make 35, now very carefully, let me do this closer. Now once you have your chain, it's going to be on the right side, right? You're going to find the corner and slip stitch, just like that. So now we've attached it. You're going to make a single crochet in each stitch across, keeping it nice and tight as you work your way down. Now obviously these are not even stitches, but just try to make your own single crochet stitch as even as possible, okay? Even going under some of the stitches if you need. Okay, and you're going to do it here as well. It's not going to be perfect, but as perfect as you can get it, the better. Okay. See, I'm making it nice and straight as I can possibly get it. And you're going to continue this until you end up right at this end. When you reach that corner, you're going to slip stitch in that next double crochet. Okay, chain 1. And now you're going to make a chain of 35 since we made a chain of 35 for the other side. When you reach that 35 stitch, you're going to clip a tail. And with that loop, you're going to bring that tail through and knot it. Then you're going to double knot. Clip it. And there you have it, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. I love the sunburst version. Oh my gosh. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy the sunburst sunflower headscarf. And if you want me to do the daisy version, please let me know in the comments. I may do it anyways. But I'll also leave somewhere on the screen the regular sunflower version if you guys are interested in that one. And yeah, so go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I will be putting out more videos. I'm working on 2 different tutorials plus a members only tutorial. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.